You who's watching me, chances are excellent that you have zero idea of what you're currently doing. You try to distract yourself by attending all these parties, by wasting your time, going to see the movies, and with every secret word you whisper into that bouncer's ear, you know you're stifling your potential. You know this is not where you're supposed to be. You know you're meant for more, and that is true. Every single person has a purpose. Every single product has a purpose for the product. The creator of this Amstel malt, this product has a purpose for its creation. It was created for refreshment. And without the knowledge of the purpose, waste is inevitable. So without the knowledge of your purpose, you are definitely going to waste yourself. If I have zero idea that this was meant for refreshment, I can use it as weapons. I can use it as a weapon to start stoning on individuals, or I can use it to wash my hands or waste it. But the consistent thread amongst the misuse is in the presence of ignorance, waste is inevitable. So in your current life, now you do not know what to do. Now you are void of purpose and passion. Waste is inevitable. Waste is inevitable. You're going to waste your time. Someone comes to your apartment and says, bro, let's go get gas. And immediately you get dressed. You have zero bearing on your time. You wake up when you want to wake up. No consequences. Someone says, come, let's go here. You pull up your clothes. You are desperate for even that kind of attention because you have zero idea of what to do with your time. You're waiting for some job to define you. You're waiting that some external thing is the cause of your problem. It is a fallacy, my friend. The distinguishing factor between man and any of God's creature is that he gave man a will. Man functions on will. I come to the door of your heart and I knock. Even Jesus knocks. He doesn't bypass you because you're one of his creatures. He knocks. Now it is in your own prerogative to either open the door or keep it shut. Behold, I set blessings and curses, life and death. I cannot force you. I will only encourage you. Choose life. Choose life. So the only thing you can do in that scenario is as an act of the will, choose to find your purpose, choose to discover who you are, choose to have a reason why you get up in the morning, choose not to waste your time. Every single person has a purpose. Every single product has a purpose. Back to the analogy of this Amstel malt, which I just used for the example. If you pick it up and use it for refreshment, you have used it correctly. Anything aside that becomes a waste. Anything you're doing aside your God-given purpose is a waste of your time, is a waste of your life, and is leading nowhere aside to the path of heathenism. The road to heaven seems like hell, while the road to hell seems like heaven. So anything that's giving you instant gratification in the moment is perhaps not the path you should tread. You err in the opposite direction. If you do something no one else does, you're going to get something no one else has. So once you're taking that action, putting in that work, I want you to dwell in the belief that all your actions are summing up to something. Just because you can't see the result in real time is not an excuse for you to give up. If you keep showing up, then you do not lose. You do not lose if you do not quit. The only time you fail is if you stop. So if you keep showing up, you will not lose. And it's easier said than done. It's easy to say this. But when you created 300 contents and no one is tuning in, how do you still wake up with fire in your eyes and enthusiasm to go again? Exactly. So you have to sustain an innate belief in your abilities. Every single person, every single part of your body should be on your side. Do not let your mind play tricks on you. Do not let your body make you believe you are tired. Tired is only in the mind. Nothing is good or bad except thinking makes it so. Your current situation might be depressing based on your interpretation, but it is that scenario that is creating the kind of person that would handle the kind of blessings you're asking for. The reality of it is sometimes you've not enlarged your capacity enough to host that which you want. It's like if rain falls from dusk to dawn, if it rains from dusk to dawn, and all you have outside is a cup, if you are to judge the size, if you are to judge the type of rain by the size of your cup, you would think it just drizzled, whereas it was an avalanche, but it's just your cup that was small. So in anything you're doing, while you're doing that thing, while you're taking that action consistently, you are increasing your cup, the size of your vessel, unknowingly so. Every single thing has a purpose, including you. Everything you need, every single thing you need is inside you. There's nothing external. You don't need anything external. According to Bible history, it says the first two people created on the earth was Adam and Eve. Yes, God created the oxygen that could host 8 billion people. While they were multiplying, he didn't need to create extra oxygen. It was already there. So the potential is already there. All you have to do is to multiply and pay the price to find your purpose and pursue it with vigor and relentlessness. You don't have time to be depressed. When was the last time a kid in Africa who is starving as hell have time to be depressed of ADHD or all this disease? I'm not downplaying it. If you believe that you have some disease that is limiting you from reaching your fullest potential, then you are right. I've shared this story countless number of times. There were two people who set out on a journey to a foreign land. The first one arrived. He saw an old man tilling the ground just before the entrance of the new land. Hey, excuse me. I heard this land is bad, evil, filled with thieves, looters, ready to steal your possession. Is that true? The old man raised up his head and responded, you are right. 20 minutes later, the second traveler arrived. He, about to enter, he saw the old man. He asked the same question. I heard this land is filled with milk and honey. The economy is good. Everything is flourishing. The people are very nice, welcoming, hospitable. In this place, there are no robbers. And he went on to give this list of the exact polar opposite of what the other person gave. The old man responds, you're right. So whatever you do, whatever you think, if you think that thing is the one limiting you from reaching your fullest potential, then you are right. Over here in Africa, we do not struggle with ADHD, we do not struggle with those clinical kind of diseases or those depressions. We are taught over here that if you do not reach your fullest potential, that can be attributed to demons or the spiritual realm. So you have people battling serious problems here, and you're talking about you're too sad to go to the gym, you're too tired to do this, you're too tired to walk. My friend, I want you to realize that over here, it's a privilege to go to the gym. You do not go to the gym because, or you do not go to the gym because you do not want to. You do not go to the gym because you do not have the finances to. Over there, the economy is great. I'm not trying to tear down this economy, but from a global standpoint, this is classified as a third world country from a global standpoint. I hope you know that as depressed, sad, poor, and as you are and as unhappy as you are with your life, someone else in Africa is praying that once he lands on European soil, all his problem will be solved. You see the difference in mentality. That's why the white people want all the black people deported so much, because the blacks are more hardworking. The blacks have seen it from the other spectrum. They have experienced both spectrum, and they refuse to waste that their opportunity, sitting down and dreading how sad it is or how difficult it is to wake up. You can't tell a good check from a bad check if you've not experienced both sides. The only reason I know my photographer is good is because I've seen the other side. I've seen a bad photographer, so I can tell the difference. Every single thing you need is inside you. Discover it and find it. God did not need to create benches or chairs or woods. He simply put it in a tree. It is now man's job to identify the problem and provide the solution. It is man's job to provide the solution. For as long as you keep blaming externalities for your current limitation, there is no rising for you. Take responsibility, take accountability for your life, and you'll be fine. Find your purpose. The Bible says it, the diligent hand shall be made fat. As always, my friend, it's a pleasure speaking to you. I'll see you in the next one.